The coaching session you're about to watch was a paid coaching session via my website, bizzleberry.com. If you're interested in me coaching you, feel free to go to the website, click this little book now button in the middle, and there you can see my prices and my availability. Enjoy the video. Hey, how you doing?
Hello, doing pretty good, you?
Yeah, I'm alive. What was it that you wanted to get? Was it VOD or is it live coaching?
Live game.
Live game. Okay. All right. Brilliant. So, set up your stream. Do you know how to do that?
Yes.
And do it for 720 30 FPS, please.
Okay, let me change the settings.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Discord goes a bit crazy if it goes higher than that.
Gotcha.
All right. Let me click it. All right. Seems to be working. All right. Feel free to sign up to whatever you want to. Do you want to do solo queue or is this normal?
I can do solo queue.
Okay. Cool. What ELO are you currently sitting at?
Silver 1.
Okay.
The past couple seasons I ended low gold.
Okay, so can you show me your match history, please?
Sure. I've been playing a lot of normals, and a
Okay.
lot of Teemo normals, but the ranked are,
So is Lux your favorite champion to play?
yeah, Lux and then Nautilus.
Okay. Wow, that's quite a separate, like two completely polar opposite champions.
Yeah.
So, look, when you're looking to play in a solo queue game, is it going to look likely you're looking towards a Lux game?
Usually, yeah.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Can you? While we're waiting for it to get into a game, what kind of runes do you use?
Um, so usually I go like a first strike and then like cheap shot ultimate hunter. But I also sometimes go the comet scorch
Okay.
for Lux.
Yeah, lately when I've been playing Lux, I've been reverting a bit more to the Comet stuff rather than the first strike stuff.
Gotcha.
I generally would say if it is a lane that you feel like you can get a kill in, then to go with Comet because it will give you the damage that you need.
Sure.
In a lane where you feel like you're not going to be able to do a huge amount, maybe against a tank, then first strike's probably going to be better for you.
Okay. Good to know.
Because the thing is, at least for first strikers, I mean, if you get hit first, then it's going to put your first strike on cooldown. Whereas tank supports aren't likely to hit you first to put that on cooldown. If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so the last pick, that's quite fun.
Oh, I'm not gonna ban Kane.
So how often do you play League?
Um, not terrible. Well, I play normals more than I play ranked, honestly.
Okay.
Maybe a couple games a day.
Okay. Feel free to ban something if you haven't banned anything. Whatever you're scared against, it's fine.
Probably Graves. I usually ban Kane, but
Someone taking it, yeah. So what AD carries do you like playing with?
um, I like Ez just because he can get away, but other than that, it doesn't make a difference. Well, Caitlyn's pretty fun to pair with traps. I play
Yeah.
with my brother sometimes, and we'll do Caitlyn Lux.
Okay. Do you usually always run Ignite when you play Lux?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. Just checking.
Mm-hmm.
Do you play with locked cam?
No.
Okay, good. Thank God. Alright. And do you use smart cast for your abilities?
uh,
Like instant cast, so when you press the button it gets set off instantly?
yeah.
Yeah, okay, good. Okay, so we don't know anything about the bot. Is there a Thresh? I mean, you could do Arcane Comet here, or it depends on what the AD carry really is. It's up to you. Whatever you feel most comfortable with. I'm not really too bothered. Feel free to lock in.
Yeah. I was thinking about going Nautilus just because.
I wouldn't really worry too much. Like, we'll do whatever your comfort pick is, honestly. I think Lux can do fine here, and it'd be nice to know how you deal with being against a tank anyway.
Sounds good.
So the rule here in terms of Thresh or any hook champion is if their hook's on cooldown, they're going to be pretty fragile, so that's going to be your move to then look to harass for a little bit.
Okay.
The scariest thing is that they level 2 as well, so Lucian Thresh, as soon as Lucian gets his level 2, he's got the dash that can go in. So I want you to make sure, so you still want to harass here level 1, but I want you to be aware of the wave state and try and hit level 2 first. Do you know how many minions that is for level 2?
We have to get the melee minions on the second wave, right?
Yeah. So yeah, it's either 3 melee minions or 2 melee and 2 casters.
Gotcha.
So do look proactive, as I mentioned, especially if Thresh has used his hook already to harass the enemy, but you do want to try and make sure you hit level 2. Okay, right, I want you to go to your turret and I want to change something in your settings before we start. So click onto the bot 1 turret and then click escape. Okay, so go into, I believe is interface. Scroll down ever so slightly. There's like mana showing on the bar. I can't really keep scrolling down. There we go. Show spell costs. There, ability and attack display. Show spell costs. Okay, so you can see that on your bars. Okay.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, that helps.
Super important. So you can know how much money you need for a combo and stuff.
Right.
Just be aware they could invade here. Go to like the left more of the brush. That's north. So just go like west, like the west a little bit. That's it. So if they come around the corner, it gives you closer towards the tier 1 turret.
Gotcha. Okay.
Because if you're standing more to your right here, then you're nearer the river, so they can easily catch you out.
Into battle with hearts aglow.
Alright, when you go back into lane, I want you to go through Krugs. I don't want you to go into to try. So go down. That's right, just go now. No.
Lighting the way.
Okay, just be aware you could get cheese level 1, but you should be okay. You're fine. Okay, so I want you to look proactive, to be aggressive here. Lucian's not too scary early on, that's fine. And then also hit the casters a little bit. That's a good trade as well. That's it. Just make sure you get level 2 first, okay? So hit the melee minions and throw out E's and stuff. That's fine, just keep auto hitting. Don't be too scared of this Thresh level 1. Okay, be careful of level 2. Right, back off. They've got level 2 priority. It's okay, you guys are fine. You're not going to miss anything. So keep harassing if you can.
Okay.
Do you have wards available? You do. So soon you want to put a ward in that brush near you. So next time you've got E, I want you to chuck it into that brush, but don't detonate it, okay?
Okay.
That will give you priority to get a ward in that brush when you're able to. So chuck it in there now. Alright. Run away. That's it. Okay, good.
Superior tactic is to never give up.
Right, try and set up casting minions for Misfortune to Q them. So if you don't know, Misfortune's Q last hits a casting minion, she does more damage. So
Okay.
when the casting minion range gets a bit near in range, you can start auto hitting one of them, I think, and get one of them lower.
Go.
That's
The
good.
rest follows.
Okay, go back off after you've used your abilities. Okay, and maybe when you've chucked out an
Sure.
auto. But yeah, that's a good trade. Thresh could have maybe tried to counter that.
Stay positive.
Okay, try not to push in this lane too much. Okay, we want to build up the wave now, so to refrain from hitting the wave at this point.
Sure.
We want it to push slowly towards the turret, because if we push this in too far, we're going to be vulnerable from the river.
You can smile. You can
Good
do
harassment again, really good. Okay, now go into that middle lane brush, into the brush in the middle, and then go into the brush forward if they're playing defensively still, so keep going. See if you can interrupt Lucian if he's recalling, but don't get hugged.
Keep believing.
Alright, so help push in the wave here then. Lucian's recalled. And then you want to reset after this. That's it. Alright, start recalling. If Thresh freezes this wave, you're going to have to cancel your recall, but you should be fine. Okay. It's not ideal, but whatever. Boots. Boots first. Control word.
Shine with me.
Right, I want you to head towards middle. Because bot lane, Misfortune's got a really bad recall timing here. Tell her to go back. Oh god.
I think it's too late.
Yeah, she got flash. Yeah, she greeted. Alright. I want you to put a control in the river between mid and bot lane.
My limits.
So that little brush, the pixel brush.
That one?
Yeah. See if you can help out. Go into the mid lane brush now after you've done that. And see if you can help out mid. Malzahar's got quite low mana here. See if he pushes in more after that wave. Okay.
Oh.
It's alright, just back off then. Just back off, back off, back off, back off, back off, back off. You might want to stay mid and help this Kel, because she's got no mana and no health. And the wave's in a bad state for her. So see if you can help push this wave in. Push this wave in for her. She's got no resources and she wants to recall. Alright, back with it. Yeah, don't chase after your binding's missed. Just help. Yes, it. Alright. Watch out. Look to bind.
I don't have dark secrets.
Right. AoE this wave. Just AoE those two caster minions. Alright, back off. Just back off. Go back to bot. But path safely. Thresh is going to be potentially in your jungle. Okay, so the reason why we did that is just to help Kel get like an okay recall timing off. Okay. Just stay at the turret. Kane's here, but it's a really, really big wave. He's not going to be able to help. So just look to AoE this way if you can't freeze it. Just take the CS, it's fine.
Into battle with heart. Finding light.
Okay, recall. Just recall. Recall. You don't want to be by yourself down here. Like what the MF is doing, she's dying. And also be wary if Thresh is in that brush. So it's not the safest recall, but yeah. Okay, so control it again. And amplifying time, yeah, that's fine. And back into lane.
Leading the way.
Mid lane looks like it's in a fine position and it's pushed in.
This is gonna be an interesting game.
Yeah, you basically your AD carry is not aware of supports moving around too much on the map, and obviously she got really cocky in terms of trying to handle the fresh 1v1. It's still not over yet. You're in an okay position. Right, I want you to ward the tri-brush above you, but might as well put a control ward in that.
I want to see everything.
Yeah, this did dragon as well, so just be careful. Go back into lane. No, go back into lane. Because if all three of them come around that corner, you would have to then use flash.
Gotcha.
Just let them. Once they've taken the dragon, you know that their jungler's in the bot side, so you just want to be wary of that. Okay.
Sure.
Thresh is mid, so you can look to potentially harass the solution now. Okay, Thresh is pathing down a little bit. Put a ward in this brush. Yeah, just back off. You're fine. Just you might have to use flash. Flash, 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 flash.
Oh.
Okay, so the very first thing you should have done there when you got engaged was just W and then just flash. Don't hold on to the flash timing. Pick up another control ward.
Losing is just an opportunity to shine even brighter.
Pathing back bot here is fine.
Thus the mighty fall.
Okay, I want you to regain vision in your tri brush. You still have one trinket ward left, so put that down. Don't use your control ward because you don't have any jungle that can come down, and they're going to generally be pushing in potentially, so you won't have control over that brush. You don't need it to be control warded at the moment.
The world has seen enough darkness.
Do look to chuck out an E whenever you can onto this thresh. Particularly like this kind of, he wants to last hit this kind of minion if Lucian's nearby. Okay, so Lucian isn't nearby then. This is still a good wave here for you. You guys are nice and defensive here. Lucian's missing CS.
Never give up.
This is fine. Just relax. Okay, E, that's it. Okay, good. And that's what I mean. You see where Thresh is in your tri-brush right now? If you put a control ward right there, he would have taken it out already.
Right.
Stick more to the other side of the lane if you can, like the bottom side, because if Thresh does a play from above you, you're going to get caught out. That's it.
Everywhere I go, the light follows.
Okay, look to back up. You need to be nearer there.
Protect you.
It's fine. It's fine. She needs to just recall. Decent laser. MF should be recalling. I don't like you guys pushing up with this much. You need to tell her to back off. MF has ult. She might look ult. Yeah.
Okay. I don't like that.
I think she's gonna die. So yeah, I would have said like, be more. Get Sork shoes here. So be more. Get Sork shoes.
We all shine on.
Be more assertive when your AD carry's got no HP in terms of making them like go back, rather than
Right.
greeting like that. If they're gonna stay, then I wouldn't say like you necessarily have to play an aggressive position in order to facilitate like the fact that they're low HP. You can stand like on the same sort of like line near them if you can. Try and ward the brush above you while you can before they get probably put control on you, since you have never wards. Also because MF had ulti, you could have like thinned out the minion wave so that she could have then ulted it straight away potentially, and then she would only would have had to use like half the channel duration. You tell the MF to ward this brush if you can. You can ping her trinket, like ping, I don't know, like get some more. Yeah. Okay, let's see what happens here on terms of this mid. You could have warded that brush, that would have been a good idea actually. Warding as you're going is very important. You can ward this brush here that you're about to go into. Definitely ward it if there's a fight going on like now. Look toward this brush that you're in still. Okay. Nice binding. Just play from the back, you've got cooldowns. Just stay behind your team, there's nothing else you can really do. At this point it's more about wave control. I want you to just recall. I want you to recall.
Sure.
Don't forget to pick up oracles now at this stage.
Right.
Okay,
Oh.
yeah, you can't cancel, she's, yeah. So oracles. Can that fit? Yeah, you can pick up the crystal.
I have bright ones.
Should I go mid?
Yeah, go mid. Otherwise they're gonna get good pushes. So focus on, in a situation like this, you just want to focus on clearing out minions, okay?
Sure.
Okay. Nice. Okay, unlucky in the binding. Alright, more at the middle of this lane here where you can, so try and go deeper up. Yeah, that's fine. That helps. That's fine. Don't look too much after that. Just because you guys are really far behind right now. Ward the end. No, go back up. Up towards the river. Ward, just ward here. Just ward there. That's fine. Just be careful. If you're going to greed for that, make sure you E the brush. And don't throw out your key first. Shield the cane. Shield the cane. Shield the cane. Try and E that brush. Put an E in it and then ward it. Okay. Okay, he should die for that. That's really nice for Kale. You didn't ward the brush though, as well.
Oh.
Sorry. There's a lot going on. That's fine. Alright, bot lane. I want you to just focus once again on wave clearing if needed. So be careful of the brush above you that you're about to walk past because Lucian could be in there. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Just wait for MF here. Just considering recalling here at this point, just so you can get more wards. Just don't look to trade. Yeah, I was gonna say, just don't look to trade. Yeah, because the Lucian's really fed. Alright, tome, controlled. Yeah, so you need to start respecting people that are getting quite fed, and you're gonna be, because your team is like really far behind, you're not gonna be able to do like one-shot people kind of stuff right now, okay? So you're here much more in terms of a support Lux as opposed to like an AP Lux. Head back and towards the mid, between mid and river. And we're analyzing what's going on because we lost a tier 1 mid, that's gonna need vision. Also MF's gonna need vision if she keeps overextending her in the tier 1 as well. So see if you can get a ward in that river pixel brush, the little dot brush. That one that in the river, yeah.
Oh, they saw me.
Okay. Let's keep running. I would have said there you didn't need to detonate your E, just leave it on the ground just for the slow.
Oh, sure.
See if you can get back into bot lane then. See and get a ward at that. It's already warded, it's fine. Just go back into the lane.
Oh.
It's fine, I just didn't see that ward there. Back off. Play defensively. He's gonna hex tech flash. Careful. Just use everything if you have to. Okay. Let's focus on clearing out the wave in a situation like this. So either cast the minions, for example. Yeah. You just want to slow down their progression essentially here.
Right. Okay.
Put a point in W.
Oh.
Yeah, W max at Q point. Watch out for the thresh here. Okay, he's using a lot. He's trying super hard here. Try and get like a ward above you over that wall. Yeah, that's fine. Thresh is recording now anyway. Do you have oracle? Yeah, you have oracles. So start using your oracles around. Check a couple of these brushes. That's that. Silas is Batman. You got Thresh recall, so you're okay. So keep checking up here, and then get a ward in the river here.
Everywhere I go, the light follows.
Yep, that's fine. And then put a ward in the middle of the lane for Kale. E first, always E first, okay?
Gotcha.
Ward the lane. Oh, you did. Okay, good. W, that's it.
Stay positive.
Remember, thin out the minions more than the champions here at this point. We just want lane control. We're not interested hugely about harassing too much. So recall now. You need wards.
Hopefully, I'm not too far up.
I think you're just about okay. So blasting wand, control wards. If you have to sell the health potions, that's fine.
You can be the light.
Did Thresh buy a proto belt? Yeah.
Sure did.
He's really trying really hard to get these grabs. I mean, once again, in a situation like this, if they were here, you'd want to focus on killing the minions rather than the champions.
Keep believing.
Right. So you need to kind of think about where you want vision. I think you guys can deal with this Yorick. I think you guys are super far behind. You want to take anything easy that you can right now. So just help. I know we're spending a lot of resources here on Yorick, but just get them out of the way. Enemy team will end up getting Teemo and probably Herald, but it's fine. Okay. So you can use this time to put a ward at the the Dragon River, sorry.
Sure.
Shine with me.
Yeah, like here is fine. And head back in towards mid lane. Just make sure you try and get in range to get that XP at least. Clear out some of those minions, get some gold for yourself. After this wave, just recall. Recall. We want to get some more ward charges because Dragon's about to come up. Because you've already set up that vision, you've done a really good job for your team. That's why we did that.
Gotcha.
Ideally, one of your teammates would have cleaned up that minion wave on the turret, so you would be here for this dragon a little bit better. So you go the same way as your team. So yeah, that way.
Oh, that's nice.
Just look for potentially an ult snipe if you have to in terms of helping, but your team should be fine here. Just don't get caught out by the Lucian from the river. It's fine. Let the Lucian go in first then, and just play back from here. Don't Q first, okay? Always E.
Gotcha.
Slow makes it easier to land the binding, okay? E, Q, E, Q. Go in. Okay, they're in the brush. Ward that brush. Ward the brush. Ward the brush. That's it. If you think there's a team fight about to break out, you need to ward this brush as well. That's it. Keep shielding your team. Shield your team. You haven't done it once yet. Flash. Run. Just back off. Are you okay? Is it okay? I thought there was some ghouls in that brush. Just reset. That's fine. So yeah, if you think there's the team fight going to be breaking out, just put the wards in the brush, okay? Vision's super important, especially in like those kind of areas where if you can lose vision quite quickly. Yeah, so just walk out again. What we'll do is we'll put in some vision in the mid lane and around the Baron and then recall, and then by then you can get your Ludens anyway. So we'll just walk past these minions and just put a board in the middle of the lane.
I want to see everything.
So yeah, ward around the Baron, that's fine. Just use your ward charges. Yep, that's fine. Now recall. Just recall instantly. Just recall instantly. There's not a lot going on. So you're looking to defend mid now.
Okay.
So you got your item now.
Cleared all my wards.
I mean, that's the whole point, right? So if they clear out your wards now, then you've already gone back to get more ward charges. Whereas if you were still out on the field and they cleared out your wards, you wouldn't be able to get replenish the vision.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And Thresh didn't even clear out your wards, so you're okay.
Perfect.
And because of those wards, I spotted the Thresh coming out top, which teammates should have expected more, but it's fine. So go into the back to mid, and you want to focus once again on setting up, just pushing in the wave.
Sure.
Just get ready for the next wave to come through here. So put a E on the ground soon. Just push this in. That's all good. Don't worry about taking CS if you end up taking CS. Don't give a crap about that. It's all about urgency.
Sure.
Okay, just be a little bit wary on this turret. Remember E then Q if they come at you, okay? E then Q. Ward this lane now. Ward here. Ward here. This is a really good ward position. Brilliant. Okay. Have a look at top. Top might need some assistance now. A bit wary about this pathing, but that's okay. See if you can ulti here. Right, that's it. That's it. Right, play back, more back to south because you got Okay, see if you can back up the Teemo here. Right. E then Q. W the Teemo. Back off. Think you're about to die. Just bind. Oh, nice. Keep running. Ward as you go if you can. Alright. if you know you're gonna die, try and put like a tombstone ward down, just so that you can get vision for your team. But apart from that, I mean, it wasn't too bad. The ult was good, and I liked it over the caster minions as well. So if you can poke the enemy with that and hit minions at the same time, that's super good. The fewer minions that the enemy have to push in, even if they win the team fight, the better. So yeah, it's bonus points if you can hit minions with your ulti when you're poking.
Gotcha. Would it be good to go Horizon here? I was thinking about buying the alternator.
So you could buy Hourglass here. You're struggling this game. So yeah, go stopwatch. Just buy it sometime. No. Always the stopwatch first, and then buy like the tome, for example. Yeah.
Okay.
Put it on a comfortable number. There you go. Just make sure your on-use buttons are on comfortable numbers. Okay, they used a lot there. Just back off. Respect the position that they've got there. You're not going to be able to do anything there. Put defensive mid lane ward in here, like here where you are. That's it. Put another one there soon if you can. Your team's looking to collapse. Look to ult poke if you can. There's a nice corridor there that Yorick just walked in between the turret and the wall. Shield. Don't be hesitant to use your W, okay?
Sure.
Don't be in the front. We'll look to wave clear now, okay? So either wave. I think if the wave's gonna get cleared out pretty quickly anyway, just don't bother using your Q on it, just E. Just in case they like flash over the wall or something. Okay, be careful in terms of vision here, because you could get jumped over that wall. That's yeah. Ward that brush, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, there you go. Since you got the ward in already, we know. Back off straight away. Okay, so you want to play south more. Go south away from that wall just in case you get engaged, and once again prioritize wave clearing. Okay, that's MF's looking to fight. Look in the jungle now. It's alright. Nice shield. Alright, look to peel off for this mouse. MF needs backing up in the mid lane. It's okay, it's not terrible. Put a control on that brush that you're about to walk past. He probably warded that. Yeah. Alright, reset. Recall. Need more wards again. And now the only objective on the map right now is Baron, so we need to start getting vision from your base to the Baron essentially.
Okay.
Won't you join them? It claims you.
Yeah. Watch out for those, they will hurt. They take more damage from auto attacks, those little ghoul things.
Gotcha.
Right, once again, you want to look for vision towards from your base into Baron. So like ward this brush here, for example. You just want like a traffic light, you know, like a street light thing set up here. Okay.
Into battle with hearts aglow.
You can be wary around here. Careful, back off. No. This is too face checky right now.
Sure.
It's alright. Just recall again, replenish wards, and then get another controlled. In instances like this, where it's like a bit stalemate in vision, you're going to be recalling a lot just for ward charges. Even if it seems pointless. Probably would have picked up 2, but don't go back now, it's too late.
Okay.
Has Kale got teleport? Okay, it
No.
doesn't matter anyway. I was going to say she's pushing in bot side with no teleport, so enemy team can just do Baron pretty easily. There's not a lot more you could have done there. Alright, ward middle of the lane. They're going to be pushing in towards your base now. Watch out. Might need to flash, okay? Okay, good.
We can do this.
Yeah, go safe. Don't chuck out your Q, okay?
Sure.
Okay, MF salt there's decent. See if you can keep landing Q. Yeah, ulti, yeah. I mean, yeah, would have loved to see you do E first there, but that works. Just don't die here. Whatever you do, don't die. Yeah.
No.
The reason why I say that is because there's nothing to defend there. You got 2 turrets right next to you, so you overstepped by quite a large margin.
Little light. It's good to see you.
Yeah. We can probably watch one more game.
Perform your rites.
So I'll just go through a quick bunch of tips, and then I want you to sign up again.
Okay.
Since that was a relatively quick game. So, E and Q, always, okay? There was too much Q throwing.
Right.
If you ever find yourself pushed in a lot, always prioritize on looking to clear out the minions, as opposed to looking to harass. Okay, minions are like super important. I mean, that was a difficult game to play through because your AD carry died a lot by themselves. That's why I'm keen to get into another game.
I'm behind.
So yeah, I mean, the vision that I got you to set up was fine. The mid lane roam. One thing I will say is just like, if you are looking to gank mid lane, don't be too impatient. So like, I don't know if you remember the one where Malzahar was like pushing in his wave and then you came out of the brush.
Right, and he wasn't. He might have pushed more.
Yeah, he might have like tried to like overextend, to overstep a little bit more, and then you can use that to go in, because the position that he was in, as you saw, because you went out of the brush, you weren't able to chase him down.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas if you had waited, potentially waited, he might have not have, but if you were to overextend, then you could then punish that.
Gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense.
So I think your vision overall, I mean, mainly because I told you where to ward, was fine.
Right. Yeah. Normally I struggle with that more.
So you always want to get that mid lane area warded and then expand out from there, essentially.
Okay.
And also one thing I noticed as well, you weren't using your W enough in the team fights. Your W was off cooldown for a lot of it.
Okay.
I want to see a little bit more urgency on using your W, because you would do like your E and your Q and then you wouldn't press the W.
Mm-hmm.
And your W would be like still off cooldown for like 3 seconds, 4 seconds before you chuck it out. Apart from that, it wasn't exactly like the easiest game to like give you too much advice on. The game was over pretty quickly. So hopefully this game here we can give you some more tips and stuff. But going into this next game, I want to see more E and Qs.
Sure.
More focus on the wave. In terms of like wave, like pushing in, even if it's just auto attacks if needed to. And just like ward as you go kind of thing as well. Like if you know the team fight's going to break out, like you did a good ward by yourself, I didn't mention it. I mean, around that red buff. So yeah, you just want to keep those brushes. If you know there's a team fight likely to break out, and especially if they are pushing in towards you, then you want to make sure that the brushes nearby are warded. Give you the edge in the fight for sure. Alright. Can you hear me? Hey, okay, cool. Okay, so I mean that's looking like a Kaiser bot lane. Are you familiar with laning against a Kaiser?
Don't get hit by a W. That's what I know.
Okay, so she's pretty short range, very vulnerable early on in the laning phase, to the point where you can probably EQ EQ autos are like going to be generally easier than most other AD carries to do it on.
Okay.
So depending on what the support is, I'm looking for you to be particularly aggressive on her. Okay, so it's a Leona. That kind of puts a little dampener on things. I mean, you can do first strike here if you wanted to. If you want to stick with the comet, you can do that as well. It's completely up to you. Whatever you feel most comfortable with.
I'm gonna go first strike.
Okay. So the thing is with Leona and the Kaiser, they're generally going to be pretty weak level 1, okay? Leona's not
Okay.
going to be able to necessarily engage on you level 1. So I want you to use the level 1 as much as possible. I want you to harass them, making sure that you got level 2 priority, but also not too much. Alright, I know that sounds weird, but you want it so that the wave stays in the middle of the lane, so they're not safe under their turret.
Right.
Also means that you're a bit safer, but you want level 2 first. But yeah, you can be really aggressive against this bot lane level 1. The only thing that you might get wrecked on level 1 is like you know those Kaiser little missiles? Her Q. So if you're isolated, like if you're the only target getting hit by those, then you're going to take a lot of damage from that. So just make sure you're not standing too close to Kaiser by yourself when she Qs, essentially. I think you're up against. I think they're duo. I think Porifest suggested those two are a duo, so might want to be slightly more wary as well because of that. Yeah, the duo.
Gotcha.
Glacial Augment on the Leona too. But yeah, do look to be aggressive level 1. Get the most out of first strike and stuff as well. And then after that, it's just kind of max range E poking whoever, really. Like whoever's poked down the most, you want to like, just keep poking them down. You want to make so that one of them is like low on health essentially, rather than spreading the damage across both of them.
Sure.
So if you had initially done really good harassment against the Leona, I want to see you just keep harassing the Leona. Okay, just be wary below you, yeah.
Stay positive.
Go into the brush to the left. I don't like waiting in that brush. Yeah. Just wait there. I'd say move more to the left because like if you're not gonna see them come through the corridor, they're gonna walk through the brush if that makes sense. So the only first part of the instance that you're gonna see them is if they walk out of that brush, not through the corridor. What's their team composition again? So that's Leona, Kaiser, bot lane. Yeah, so it's generally, they got a weird team composition.
The light follows.
Just stay in the brush, there's no need to walk out of it, just in case they come from below you. Remember to go Krog's way as well. So go now, just go now, go now. No. You don't have to pull so hard for the jungle.
You can smile. You can be the light.
Okay, just start harassing now. That's it. Don't be afraid of her, okay? Level 1, she can't do anything. She's probably got her Q level 1, her stun, okay? So just yeah, go into that brush. Like I want brush. Go in the middle brush here.
Not just Demacia.
That's fine. Control this brush. This brush is yours. That's it. Good also.
I want to see everything.
Good Q. Right, you're level 2, move forward. So when you hit level 2, you want to move forward. Alright, that's it. Just throw out your Q. Ignite. Everything. Everything. Watch out. Okay, good. Right, now it's pushing the lane as quickly as possible and you want to reset from this point on, okay? If you were worried about being ganked, you would ward the river at the moment, but you're not going to because they pulled. Okay? So their jungle is probably red side right now. Right, now back off and tell your lane to back off as well. No. Back. You need to recall and back straight away. This needs to be quicker. Super quicker.
Gotcha. Okay,
This,
yeah.
yeah. You have to stay pushing this wave then, and then you want to recall off of this, okay? Your E could have hit the entire wave there. Because you got the kill, you got first blood, but you haven't spent gold yet.
Right.
Keep pushing in the wave. There's urgency here. Auto attacks on casting minions and stuff, okay? The priority here is wave. Right, back off. Recall. And when you're recalling, always do like the back off ping to feint. Is she staying? Okay, right. Get boots. Boots. Always boots. You can't, okay. Alright, okay, so go tome and control it then.
Oh.
Control it? Okay. And get the crystal. Yeah, that's fine. Where's Vayne? She's fighting. So yeah, the only thing I can say is like try and communicate more to them. Like you need to learn the pings in terms of telling them to back off away more.
Sure.
Like you did like the question mark ping. Like just be adamant, just spam ping them like is it V default? Just yell it like spam ping, danger, like back off. Okay, so this situation you don't really want to be too far, so just wait, just here a second. Either wave, so it slows them down. Kill these masks, cost the melee minion, sorry. Alright, you want to keep them in the lane as much as possible so they don't spend their gold, alright? So I want you to like try and manage the wave so it's frozen a little bit. Nice E. That's fine. Put control in the tri-brush above you. Okay. Just be wary that they could be in here. If you get jumped by Leonie, you're still going to have issues. Okay. Alright, push in the wave since Vayne's pushing it in. So cast the minions and then ward the river.
Ooh, I've never been here before.
Uh-huh. Ward, just put a ward in this brush and just kill it. Hit it for max range.
Gotcha.
Right, harass under the turret. Right, harass this Leona. Kill her, everything. That's it. You didn't need to flash, your ignite was going to finish it off. It's okay. You got the kill. Just help push in the wave once again, so hit as much as the wave as possible. Apparently you got Karthus around here, but I wouldn't be too worried. You got Kha'Zix here as well, your 2v... okay, Karthus. W. Just a little bit more urgency on your shield. Now look at the lane. You're fighting. It's alright, you don't have to be scared. You can be present there for, like, yeah. Okay, good. W. Good. There we go. Right, wave push. Help pushing this wave quickly. This Vayne might be in trouble, but... keep auto... okay, you're gonna die in that no matter what. Okay, just keep trying to run here. Akali's nearby. Use your potions. Yes, buy time. Ping here. Ping for the Akali to help you.
Oh.
Shield. No. Okay, just recall. Okay.
Oh boy.
Yeah, a little bit stressful. We're doing alright. Yeah, get lost chapter. Controlled. That's it. That's fine. Just walk out. When are your boots coming through? 8:15. Okay, so it's not too long. Your team's doing crazy stuff in the jungle, so make sure you keep an eye on that. You might have to head towards there in like 20 seconds.
I wonder if they're duo.
Just path more into it. That's it. Let's keep an eye on this fight. See who's used flashes and things like that. So Kai's is dead right now. Look, okay, you can catch off this Leona. E, then Q. Okay, alright, it's fine. Watch out for this Karthus. It's fine, you're fine. You guys are fine. You can maybe help this Kha'Zix. E. That's it. Shield. Don't forget to shield. Walk away, just walk away. Alright, brilliant.
Probably shouldn't have taken that, but
It doesn't matter. Don't care, alright? Especially when you're playing Lux, I really don't care. It's all about urgency, making sure that people don't die. If you had delayed the damage, maybe Kha'Zix just dies there and then Karthus gets a kill and then nobody wins. But lane urgency here, so just keep pushing in the wave. Yeah, just ignore the fact that Vayne's AFK. Alright. Once again, focus on the lane and focus on her bonus points if you get to tag a champion while doing it, essentially here, okay? You got your ult coming up soon. So potentially look for an EQ ult. This is fine, that's good. check the turret plate. It might fall. Okay, you're okay. When's that ward in the river running out? Soon. So you're going to want to replenish that very shortly. So after this wave, you're going to want to replenish that ward, okay?
Okay. The one that's further in?
The one that's in the brush.
Okay.
Remember, wave, poke. You guys have got level advantage. W, 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 Carver shield. Carver, yeah, that's it. A little bit late on the Vayne shield.
Right.
Right, you need to replenish that ward. That's it. Okay, focus on Kaiser. Focus on Kaiser. Okay, don't forget to shield. Alright, so keep going, keep going.
Oh man.
It's alright, not clean,
They
but
did
okay.
really good there.
Yeah, so the reason why you want to focus on the Kaiser rather than the Leona is because the Leona's already used most of her stuff at that point.
Sure.
So you want to prevent the Kaiser from then getting to use her stuff, okay? Plus also the Kaiser's basically what shit you're tanking turret there.
Oh.
Yeah. Cast the minions and then check the plate. Okay, it's fine, just recall, that's fine. If you had a spare ward charge on your spell thieves, you'd put a new one in the brush that you're in as you're recalling, but you don't, so it's fine. So yeah, Ludens, just pick up a stopwatch. Okay, we'll help, that's fine. It's going to be hard to remember that you have that stopwatch because you've got it quite early. But I think it's going to be quite valuable, especially if Leon like looks to ult you. You can just stopwatch it and buy some time. So once again, if Leona goes in, I want you to focus on anyone that's going to do damage to follow it up. Once again here, look for wave management as well. Okay, clear out that ward. You're fine to clear out that ward. Leona's really far away. Oracles, the brush is in front of you when you get into position for that, okay? That's it. Check the river. Check the river. Okay, that's fine. Get back and help the Vayne. She's overextended. Remember wave management. Beautiful. Okay, just shield her, just in case she's tanking some minions here. Okay, just look to harass and the turret. EQ ult, okay? EQ ult. Okay, that's huge. Heal and flash. Ping those if I were you on the scoreboard. Nice, she's gonna go for it. Shield her. Beautiful. Right, wave pushing in again. Push this in. So whenever the enemy uses summoners, I advise you to, on the tab screen, just ping it. Sure. Like they use heal and then they Leona flash, for example. Also try and put points in W second. Help the Vayne here. Help the Vayne here. Help the Vayne here. Try and ward the enemy tri-brush here while you've got lane advantage. So you see the tri-brush on the left. That's it. Just ward there. While you're already pushed up. E the casting minions. That's it. That's it. Just back off now. Okay, help the Kha'Zix. He wants to steal the blue buff. Okay. Vayne's caught. Yeah, she shouldn't be up here. Do what you can. It's not your fault. Alright, just back off now. Maybe look towards Ziggs. Maybe ult him, maybe. Okay, it's fine. Ward the blue buff while you're here. Ward the blue buff while you guys have got control over here. That's it. No, just back off and recall. So always like look to ward deep when you can. Like if you've already killed 1 or 2 people, then you want to get that deep vision in just to help essentially. And you better see where the jungle's pathing and stuff like that. Sell the cookies, that's it. Just get a tome. Walk towards mid now. There's a chance the game actually might already be over.
Very two contrasting games here.
Yeah. So ward the middle of this lane.
Into battle with hearts aglow.
And then there aren't really any objectives coming up right now. So just look to play a little defensively. If you feel like Leona's going to be pathing up towards top, you can get a ward around this area. Okay, maybe help. Okay, Ziggs is inting.
Oh.
Well, alright. Maybe help look up backing up this that here. Okay, back to mid lane I think. Just back to mid lane.
I want to see everything.
What's happening with the Kakali right now? Okay, just push in this mid wave.
Shine bright.
I think just stick to pushing this mid wave, Veins and Narnia right now.
The superior
That's
tactic
fine.
is to never give up.
You can maybe see if you can alter target here soon. Okay, once you start heading deep, make sure you put wards in and stuff. You can keep going. I mean, 2 of them are dead right
We
now.
can do this.
Okay, help the Akali push in this wave. So just take this turret and then recall again.
Believing.
Looks like they put a ward in the...
Okay. Once again, when you come out of base, start walking towards mid.
Shine with me.
I don't know.
Yeah, he got interrupted.
Oh, W, Kaisa.
Yep. By the cooldown reduction, yeah. Because she won't be able to get that many charges on the...
Lighting the way.
Go towards mid. That's it. Every time in the mid game now you're looking to go towards mid.
Sure.
Then you can branch out in the jungle if you have to. So objectives are both spawning roughly at the same time. Just look up the back at your team. The Ziggs is obviously running it down.
The world has
I think you
seen
can
no
help this
darkness.
Vayne actually. I mean the
Sure.
Kaiser, I mean you guys are just going to be chasing around for ages
He's
anyway.
pretty dead.
Karthus is above you, so maybe ward that brush before he gets there. Yeah,
I don't
that's
know
it. I think go
dark
back towards mid. You don't need to chase them in the jungle. Okay, Garen's nearby, so and you got stopwatch, right? You claps on these Leona and the Kaiser. That's it. Good. Brilliant. There we go. The EQ. There we go.
Never deny who you are.
See how much easier that is?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Just push in mid. Ward the brush on your left. Yeah, that's fine. We'll push in this wave again. You guys still got respawners and stuff. You can just clear this out really quickly.
Pushing my limits.
Right, back away. That's fine. Now reset. Points and W second.
Oh, yeah.
It's a bad habit.
Greedy with damage.
Yeah, there's not really. If you mouse over your Q and press shift,
Oh,
you can
I
see it's only 40 damage. Whereas if you look at the W level up per point,
Oh, I've never been here before.
so if you look at your W and level up, so the shield value goes up by 20, but it's actually 40 because it counts on the way out and back in again. And then the cooldown goes down as well. Much more valuable. And also don't forget that's like 40 potentially times 5. Because of that, if you shield 5 people. Yeah, let's say your team's just gonna clean up. I just wanted to see you be very clean on the ending here, okay?
Sure.
I know the enemy team's kind of trolling, but let's not make it so that you can throw it all. E into Q. I know it's tempting to throw out those Qs, but always do E then Q.
Gotcha.
Thank you for the prime sub, Nomar. Once in a position like this, if you ever find yourself like this, when you're pushing in the base, always just prioritize on wave clearing minions. so that your own minions don't get too distracted. Okay. Hit the turret a couple of times. Okay. Let's clear out the minions. I guess Ziggs also counts as a minion. Alright, GG. Yeah, unfortunately, not the we got a lot of laning phase mechanics
Yeah.
in there. And we got some vision. Unfortunately, we didn't get too much on the team fighting kind of stage of the game. But I will say having a very good laning phase sets you up for the entirety of every single game, because every game has a laning phase, right? Not every game
Right.
has mid game like we saw from those last two games. So it's nice that you got a perfect game there. Really good. So yeah, as I would say, like always make sure you do E then Q. I'm glad that I've managed to shift some of your attention onto focusing on pushing in the wave, especially if your AD carry is pushing in as well.
Right.
One thing I'd say is, because obviously you're not on voice with your AD carry, is that you want to communicate via pings a little bit more. So not saying that this would have changed anything, but more urgency on the recall in a brush straight away. And then just spam. If your AD carry is looking to stay, just literally just spam ping him back. They're not always going to listen, but if they listen, it can prevent like the death from what the MF or the Vayne did just then. That happened twice, right? So you want to communicate like you need to. I'm out of here. You need to go back as well. Essentially, okay. So I mean, yeah, AD carries are sometimes like that. They don't think sometimes. So yeah, they need to respect the fact that their support is also going back. The reason you want to do that is because you want to spend the gold that you have, and also the enemy teams coming in, even if they didn't get a kill, they've also spent some money and also got their resources back up to full HP. So you don't want to be fighting on a resource deficit.
Right, yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, so back again to E then Q always. Okay.
Yeah,
and
the practice tool.
yeah, do look to doing W second as well. And these are going to be habits now that you're going to need to learn to break. So what I want you to do, like after you've done a few more games on Lux, I want you to go check your VODs, and I want you to analyze yourself and seeing if you're doing E into Q, and I want to see you and also want you to check if you're being putting points in your W, okay, or after your E.
Okay.
Anything else there? I mean, you were up against two tank matchups. I think you did a good job against the Leona. I think against any tank matchup, you want to shift your damage over to the enemy AD carry, rather than focusing on the tank, because once, as I mentioned before, once the tank's gone in, that's everything used, and they pose no threat, whereas the AD carry is. Okay, so let the tank go in, shift your attention onto peeling for your, well, basically slowing down, binding the enemy AD carry, doing damage, and putting them off from following up the engage is the main thing.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah, and that was better division. I had to still nudge you a little bit to, like, you know, when you had already killed one of their bot laners, you then had priority to put a ward in the tri-brush near their turret. Like, you would want to do that naturally by yourself a little bit more often.
Okay.
So yeah, do look for aggressive vision, especially when you have moments of opportunity. Like, for example, if you know there's not much happening in the bot lane and the enemy jungle has appeared elsewhere, that could be an opportunity to potentially get a ward in the enemy jungle. If you kill someone in the bot lane as well, that gives you an opportunity to look for more deeper vision if you feel like you're not going to be able to tower dive. Just things like that, essentially.
Okay.
And then when you do get into those team fights, I will mention that you do, once again, like as in most supports, enchanter or mage, you do want to play a more like backline position potentially, unless you're super far ahead, because then you can then utilize your spells to peel. Oh, and one thing is, in the team fights, I do want to, you know, if I ever see your games again, I do want to see more urgency on your W. You're a little bit better in this game. I still had to like nudge you to remind you, but you were doing your E and your Q, and you still like were walking around a little bit at times where your shield was off cooldown. I just want you to just use it straight away. Okay.
Right, right. Yeah,
Just
sometimes I
get
forget the
so,
W exists.
yeah. So sometimes just unleash all your cooldowns,
Mhm.
then auto attack if you're able to. Otherwise, you're repositioning and getting ready to do like as your cooldowns are coming back off, then you're then looking to potentially like do another E binding, whatever you can to peel off after that point.
Gotcha. Okay.
Do you have any questions?
Um, can't think of any, but appreciate all the help.
If you have any questions, feel free to DM.
Sure.
But yeah, hopefully that should give you enough in terms of Lux mechanics and some general macro in terms of the warding, and giving you a better opportunity in terms of like dealing when you're ahead, get those aggressive visions in mid lane wards, etc. When you're behind, you want to try and set up like that street light system from your base to the enemy objective, or to the neutral objective on the map, in order to help your team get from point A to point B essentially.
Right.
I mean, the games that you're behind on, generally you're going to lose anyway, but you can increase your odds of winning if you can just secure the vision down before the objective spawns. Like that pathway lit up, so that means at least your jungler can path safely in the jungle, knowing that they're not going to get jumped, and it means that they can get to the objective a couple of seconds sooner, so they don't have to like pretend like there's an enemy in the brush kind of thing. All right. Once again, if you have any questions, feel free to send me a DM, and I'll try and help you. But yeah, good luck in your games. I think overall, I think your Lux mechanics are you're landing your abilities generally pretty well. You had a couple of nice ultis as well. So as long as you just take those tips on board, especially with the W usage, then honestly, I don't see a reason why you couldn't be gold this season comfortably, very comfortably, as long as you do the ranked games.
Awesome. Well,
yeah.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it gives me a lot to practice.
I mean, you're silver too, so you could probably, honestly, with those tips, you could very easily hit like high gold, honestly. As long as you just put the ranked games in, if you feel comfortable doing that.
Sounds good.
Alright, all the best. Take care.
Yep. Thanks. Have a good
Bye.
one.